Hey guys, this is my first cooking video and I've decided I'm going to make it in the same style as the Korean vegan. You should really check her videos out. She's a food YouTuber and her videos are beautiful. So today I'm going to talk about how my general obsession with K-pop and all things Korean led me to making a bunch of friends. So I kind of got into the Korean thing in the 10th grade, which is like 4 years back now. Phew. And it was one of those WhatsApp mashup videos where you have a Hindi song and then some random video in the background. And this one was an episode of The Descendants of the Sun. And somehow I hunted it down and I saw the series and I was in love with it. I fell in love with the soundtrack, and that's how I got introduced to Korean music. Then I got into K-pop, but obviously, which is the natural progression of things. And at that time, none of my friends really knew what K-pop was. My parents were worried, like, what is happening? Why is she watching all these Korean things? Stuff like that. But so my first real experience with someone who was also obsessed with K-pop as much as I was in the 12th grade, when I had joined these tuition or coaching classes for the 12th grade itself. And it was my very first day. I was sitting in a corner like a tiny friendless child anybody would notice. And like the row beside me, there were these two girls sitting on like one of the last benches, and they were discussing something. And because I was within earshot, I heard that it maybe, just maybe, had something to do with Korean words. Either it was numbers or how to say hello, something like that. And I kid you not, the moment I heard something that vaguely sounded Korean, my head shot back. It was so fast that people within the 10-mile radius got whiplash. And it was so obvious that one of the girls looked up and my eyes were sparkling, I swear. And she saw me and she was like, K-pop? And I said, K-pop. And we became friends. It was just instant. We didn't have to know anything about each other. Just the fact that we had this in common meant that we were best friends now. I went and I sat with them, and the entire day we were discussing all about bands, who our favorite members were, which songs do we like. It was crazy. Nobody cared about math that day. Eventually, in the same class itself, I met another K-pop fan. And this was when I had moved a little bit ahead because I had to pay attention to what the teacher was saying. And so there was this other girl who was like, I swear, the smartest kid I have ever seen. And she was so nice. And I don't know how, I don't really remember how we got into talking about K-pop, but she was a K-pop fan as well. And I remember thinking, wow, this is such a diverse group. I can meet all sorts of people here. And eventually we both joined this Indo-Korean culture club and we had a lot of fun. But the best story of how K-pop or Korean dramas, I guess in this case it was a drama, has helped me make friends. So this was when I was in the US and I was all alone, no friends, and this was the second or third week that I was there. And this has been 3 weeks, me just roaming around all alone in the college, no friends, nothing. And I had this anthropology class, and we used to have to interact with each other. Like, she would give us like half an hour and we would talk to random people. And one of these girls in front of me was another Indian girl. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to try and make friends. So we talked to the class, and then we went to eat something. And there she notices my phone wallpaper, and it was actually an anime. But from the anime, we got to talking, and it turns out she used to watch dramas as well. And yeah, we became friends. And that's why since then, I've never really shied away from learning about something new, because you never know what you're going to have in common with someone else. I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.